Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1964 Olympia SM9 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and the #2 manual portable typewriter of all time, in my opinion, behind the Hermes 3000. And this one has unique font, so stick around to see what that is when I get to that print section. Also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters, the SM series from Olympia are some of the top of the line engineering and performance. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75 to 80. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back like a switchblade and extends. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. When you have it on 1, it skips 2 half spaces. When you have it on 2, it skips 3 half spaces. And when you have it on 3, it skips 4 half spaces. We're going to keep that on single for now. And finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on this next line. Beautiful. Perfect condition, near mint condition all the way around. Keys, performance, cosmetics, everything. So take a look at this beautiful print. We have script number 70, I believe. Cursive script, beautiful. And this only prints in black ink or one solid color if you have a different color ribbon on there. Due to, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but typically the font is taller, so if you have a dual ribbon, it won't print correctly unless it's really small, 13 CPI, or it's not as tall, which is a different script. So what you have here is just 2 options on the color selector, which is actually the opposite. I don't know if that's a factory defect or what, but when you have it on the white, it prints regular ink, and when you have it on the blue, it prints stencil. So that's pretty, I don't know, yeah, that's got to be a factory defect on that for some reason, but doesn't bother me. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward, unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Take a nice little look. It's a really nice print. Also helps you straighten the page. So if you have a crooked page, it's a little crooked. You flip the paper release, you straighten it up, flip it back. Now it's straight. And that's a little less wear and tear if you pull the page out with this. Less wear and tear in your typewriter. I'm going to flip this down for now. And we're going to put that color back on black. So if you put it on the blue, then the vibrator doesn't go up at all. That's the stencil, which just doesn't print any ink. When you have it on the white, it prints almost right down the middle. So the vibrator has a different for the font, and most typewriters are like this. They have just one option for ink with script. All right, a shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. This is your touch control. The farther down you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. The farther up you go, the less tension. This is your carriage lock. You flip that up and move the carriage to the middle. It locks it in the middle, also locks the keys. Flip it down to unlock it. Backspace on the right side, very smooth. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to type pass out all the way to the end. Very good. Tab button. The difference between the SM8 and the SM9 is the SM9 has the tab set and clear on the keyboard right here next to the space bar. And on the newer era, it's on the left side, and they moved the touch control to the inner side. So if you have an SM9, sometimes the newer ones will have a tab set and clear right here instead of the touch control. So if you have an SM8, you'll have the tabs on the back that you manually set, kind of like the margins. So if you have tabs on the back, you have an SM8. Okay, so we're going to test those tabs. Right now we have tabs set on 10 space intervals. And this is also unique for the SM9 is this all tab clear. So if you have an all tab clear on the right side like that, then you have an SM9. That clears all the tabs. So now we shouldn't have any. But I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter by hitting that set button right there on the right side of the space bar. So now it stops at that spot. To clear it, hit that clear button. That just clears that one specific tab instead of all of them, like that the lever does on the right. But I always like to set one right there in the middle, so that way you it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end. This has a pretty good break, but just better to not have it slam all the way to the end, causing wear and tear when you hit the tab button. Okay, that's it for the keyboard. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise. Actually pulling this side now, so it automatically reverses when you get to the end of one side. The little eyelet at the end, the little metal piece will catch on the side at the like at 6 inches when it's near the end, and it'll pull to that side. So it's an automatic reverse. Pretty much every typewriter has a certain type of automatic reverse, and that's how this one functions. You can manually swap it like this with your finger, but you don't really have to do that if it's working correctly. Carriage release on the right side only. Some SM9s have one on both sides. All SM8s have one only on the right side. This is the paper support arm. Very cool. And if you pull the left knob out, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on a page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept with this line space selector. You flip that all the way back to the dot. There's a dot and there's 3 lines for the line space, but that dot indicates that you disabled the line space retainer and can now freely roll the platen. You just want to be careful when you do that because you will lose your line if you're keeping track of your lines. And once you put it back on the one, it gives you those clicks for your lines. Each one of those clicks is one space, half a space, sorry. And that's it, now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.